Welcome to Pregnancy Yoga for the third trimester, preparing for birth. Coming to the center of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet just underneath the hips, a little wider than usual, and we're just going to roll backwards and forwards until we find our center of gravity. Okay, so just playing with those toes, pushing into the outer edges of the feet, slight bend in the knees, tucking the pelvis under, shoulders back and down, lengthening through the top of that head. And placing the hands down on to the hips, fingertips pushing down. Nice active mountain pose, breathing in, breathing out. So just beginning that gorgeous rhythmic breathing as we begin to move. Inhale, exhale. Bringing the hands to the hips. We're going to take the feet slightly wider apart, and we're just going to begin with some pelvic tilts. So tilting forward, breathing in, breathing out, coming back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Taking those shoulders back and down, pulling back with the elbows. We're going to move into some pelvic circles as well. So bending those knees, you can take the feet slightly wider apart if it's comfortable. Changing directions wherever it's comfortable for you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale coming forward, exhale taking the buttocks back. Just changing direction. Inhale, exhale. Gorgeous deep circles, really releasing the sit bones, the hips, the groin, the middle body. And walking those feet in slightly, just coming back to some pelvic tilts. So alternating between the tilts and the hip circles. Just releasing any tension in that middle body. And now we are going to find ourselves a step, a block. And we're going to raise that right foot up, and we're going to take the hands above the head. Extending up towards the sky, shoulders back and down away from the ears. Or if we're suffering from high blood pressure, take those hands to the hips. So we're strengthening these legs, we're opening up the hips and pelvis. And this is actually a fantastic position for birthing too. We're going to change over sides. Now keep remembering to breathe, breathing in, breathing out, raising those hands above the head if it's available. Pushing forward so that knee is above the ankle. Again, bouncing into that posture if you need to. Hands on the hips if that's what's comfortable. And you can hold and change this posture as much as you like. It's a really nice strength building one for the legs. From here, we'll take a gentle back bend, and we're going to bring those arms out, and we're going to bring them down, the fingertips down to the mat. Okay, so different variations here for forward bend. We can take the elbows to the knees. If it's available, we can take the hands down to the mat or onto blocks. Now, I want you to bend your knees as much as possible. I would prefer you were stable and connected with either blocks for stability or hands flat in the mat, but bend those knees as much as you need to, and make sure that your bump is not squished. Fingertips up to the sky, and now we're coming back to standing goddess pose. Okay, so walking those feet out, knees should be above the ankles, lengthening through the tips of the fingers, looking up towards the thumbs. You can take the hands in front of you in prayer position. You can place the hands on the knees for support. You can play around with these arm positions, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, trying to keep those knees directly above the ankles or standing up a little bit higher if that's too much for you. Other options that you have, enjoying the same hip opening positions. You can sit down on a step or stool, opening those hips, using the elbows to push those elbows open. Again, if you're later on, if you're feeling too heavy, use as much support as you need. Now coming into wide-legged hero pose, Virasana, walk those fingers forward. Okay, putting the forearms on the mat, if it's available. If not, just stay up in upright position. Just remembering to breathe, inhale, exhale. Always accommodate your bump, always make room for baby. You can use a bolster here, blocks, anything that you need for support. Inhale, exhale. Coming back up to normal seated position. So we're going to come into cobbler pose, Baddha Konasana for here. Really comfortable one for third trimester ladies. And we're going to hold onto those feet, and we're going to just flex those knees up and down. Okay, so we're pulling up with the hands, pushing down with the feet, creating a gorgeous bind. We can move into stillness, or we can keep flexing whatever's comfortable, whatever is helping to open up the hips and groin. Obviously very important for opening that pelvis for birthing. Just being aware of how we feel in the body. Are we feeling tightness in the hips? Are we feeling tightness around the pelvis? Is this something we need to work on? Then we're going to move back towards our wall chair step, and we're going to come into deep squat malasana. Okay, again, different arm positions are available. Elbows resting on the step, on the knees, coming forward, hands in prayer position, whichever is comfortable for you. But right now, it's all about strengthening those legs, opening the pelvis, the hips, and the groin. So just finding a comfortable position. And we can be practicing for birth during this practice too. Which positions are going to serve us? Where are we comfortable? And we just bring the soles of the feet together again in cobbler pose. Walk those fingertips forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back to simple Sukhasana. Coming onto the right forearm, lengthening through the left fingertips, up and over if it's available. If it's not, just push onto the hand. If the forearm's too much, lengthening through the tips of the fingers. Just make sure you're not collapsing into that arm. Then changing over sides, coming on to the left hand, the left forearm, wherever you're at, and lengthening through the right fingertips. Enjoying that gorgeous side stretch. Inhale, exhale. Back to center. So now some seated cat curls. So normal Bidhalasana, cat curls are probably a little bit uncomfortable now. So seated cat curls, we are supporting the weight of baby. Looking up. Exhale, looking to the navel. Inhale, looking up. So just a few cat curls here. And we can take these in our own time. And we're going to come into a wide leg seated forward bend. Again, only take those legs as wide as is comfortable for you, and you can walk those hands forward. Now keep the toes pointing up, nice active legs, calves, thighs, buttocks connecting with the mat. Remembering to breathe. We can come onto the fingertips and gently just relax forward into the pose. We can relax onto a bolster if that's what's available. Breathing in, breathing out, just walking those legs back in, and we're going to come back to Sukhasana. Namaste.